And my client says, Galina, why do we need all this? We were just having a group session and he was being really negative. The client is actually quite loyal to me personally, but he had a negative attitude toward the situation. Like, we're wasting time, we need to find a solution, come up with an answer, and then I'll calm down. I say, look, here's how it works. If we take solution, emotions, and anxiety, they form an isosceles triangle. We can influence any of the points and they affect the others. So if we calm a person down, then accordingly, they enter a creative state. And if for some reason their emotions rise, why does a person in love not see any obstacles? Why is it that when children are born, both men and women start behaving much more proactively? So it's a certain emotional state that drives a person, and they start thinking more clearly, coming up with ideas, and putting them into practice. We started working on emotions because the client was trusting. He said, okay, I'll give it a try. Within 2 hours, they came up with a way to get out of that situation. So this is the reality when you understand how the brain works, that there are no primary or secondary things in it. And often what we perceive as secondary actually comes to the forefront. Some emotions, certain sensations, things like that, and they influence whether we come up with ideas or not. I often say that this area of the brain, the parietal lobe, called the associative cortex, is where all our experiences, beliefs, and all the information we receive come together. And that's where something new is generated. But this area of the brain only works well when we calm down the subcortical structures,